All right, YouTubers, East New York's finest, hosted by Mike, bringing you guys a video. Today was a long day for me, especially with a broken foot. I did a lot today, man, in a little over 4 hours. Normally, each location I go toy hunting at, I'm in there roughly 15 to maybe 25 minutes. But because of this and my crutch, normally that adds an extra 15 to 25 minutes depending on how far and where I'm walking. There is somebody yesterday, I looked at some videos, I forgot his name, cool looking dude, you know, cool guy, Caucasian cat. I don't know what state he's in, but he does videos on him finding great Lego deals in Walmarts, I guess whatever state he's in. I don't know if he did the videos a week or two ago and if he just posted it up. I'm not really too sure, but evidently I did go to 3 Targets today, 2 Walmarts, 2 GameStops, and 2 thrift stores. I did all that on this bum leg, and I drove myself. I would not recommend nobody do that. The pain is crazy. I'm in a lot of pain right now, but I'm also down here because over here I'm washing my hoodies and stuff. And I gotta take them upstairs, let them air dry. Then from there, after this video, I'm going to be going upstairs, taking a shower, and go to sleep because I am extremely tired. Oh, speaking of that, they're done. So I am extremely exhausted and in a lot of pain. So I hope people please give me thumbs up, comment, you know, and sub, share. Keep in mind, man, you know, I don't mind. I mean, I would give away some bomb ass giveaways, man. But you know, for me to be a pioneer of YouTube, it just doesn't make no sense how I'm nowhere near where I should be. It's crazy. I've been up here since the beginning of YouTube, and it's just ridiculous. But I think the same thing my cousin, I think my cousin Russ was right. I think I should have kept my old Mike Son 007 channel, regardless on all the negative implications that were going on there by me and others. I probably still should have kept it anyway, but whatever. I don't like negativity and all that, so that's why I got rid of it, but I should have kept it. Anyhow, this is stuff I did pick up today. So I'm going to talk about this, and I'm also going to talk about this stuff behind. The more I buy toys and stuff, the more I like, and the harder it is for me to get rid of it and stuff like that. The more I gravitate more toward leaving a lot of stuff behind and gravitating toward other stuff. Scared money don't make money, and you have to go with what's a quicker sell for you. Sometimes what's a quicker sell today won't be a quicker sell tomorrow. It's vice versa. So I'm actually, you know, in a mix of you know, still, I mean, I'm a toy guy, but just because I'm a toy guy don't mean that I know every toy and everybody out there is looking for every toy that I'm actually accumulating. So I mean, I probably broke even. I don't think I made anything on the WWE stuff or the Jurassic World / some Jurassic Park stuff. I probably lost money and or broke even, but I'm saying more loss, but in a way I didn't, because everything I have down here in this basement is paid for. Of course, everything from here to the wall that you can't see because this stuff is hindering it is all my stuff that's boxed. I think I have like maybe 5 or 6 3-0 box items that are still boxed because you know, we're still waiting for our crappy ass traveler's insurance to, you know, go ahead and stop playing these games with our adjuster, so they can go ahead and fix this house, because we have a lot of water damage and stuff due to how whatever Neanderthals, the old owner, you know, we have multi-zone central air, as you can see the air ducts here, so somehow condensation for years of buildup and some bad rain we had right around the beginning of, like, right around fall. It was really bad, so our house got really bad damage from that, so we're still working on that. So that's why I didn't put this stuff out yet. I just felt like it doesn't make no sense, because I have like my Hot Toys and stuff in our foyer on the 2nd floor in our hallway, and I have stuff in 3D Toffs, and soon as they build my, soon as they do all that, I'm gonna take that stuff and put it in me and my wife's bedroom in certain areas. So that's, you know, because my room is a, you know, like the attic, my man cave is already overstocked with stuff, and it's a matter of time before I might start getting rid of some other stuff. I'm not really too sure when and or what, but I'm still contemplating that. But anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep a lot of this stuff accumulated, hold it. And I just want to keep more higher end shit, more stuff that if I take it out anywhere, I should make some decent money on it. You know, I don't, you know, like, so I'm going to stop, even when I go thrifting, I'm going to stop with the Jurassic Park and World. Well, maybe Jurassic Park stuff I'll get, but Jurassic World, I'm going to start staying away from it. I already stopped with the Imaginext. There's a lot of stuff I stopped buying because it's harder for me to get rid of it. And even if I get rid of it in bulk, it's just kind of, you know, it's kind of difficult. And that's the deal I did today with Dave, who owns Hidden Treasures. I mean, he'll, just like anybody, he'll buy anything if the price is right and he can make money on it. And he has a store, a big place in the mall, and you know, he has his stuff set up very, 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 very nice. And it's smart. You know, the more inventory you have, the more options you have. That's how I am when I go to the flea market. I don't like going to the flea market with just anything. I like having a little bit of everything. So that way, if I go to the flea market, I should be able to make money on everything. I might not sell everything, but I should have a little something for anybody to make money. Because at the end of the day, when you go to the flea market or whatever, you know, when you're paying an overhead for a spot, I want to make sure I have something to at least not only make my money back, but at the same time to make a profit. Because, you know, my time, you know, time is precious and you're not guaranteed 10 seconds, let alone 10 minutes, 10 months, 10 hours, or 10 days, or 10 weeks from now, so to speak. So anyhow, that's basically where I'm at. And of course, again, the more I dibble and dabble in this, the more, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at now. So anyhow, moving back to this stuff. So the stuff in the back, I did a deal with Dave, you know, his soon-to-be son-in-law, because his daughter, you know, Dave's daughter had a baby, beautiful boy, and with her and her boyfriend, cool guy, and you know, he works for Dave. They're both Daves, and I have a great rapport with both of them, and I'm glad I do, because he's, you know, when Dave's daughter's not around, he's basically the manager. And you know, they take care of me. Even the other guy, Trevor, everybody takes care of me because I do deals with Dave. I know Dave for a while now, since I've been living out here. We started with Hot Toys Sideshow and doing a lot of deals with each other back and forth. And he purchased all my statues and Hot Toys. I sold off everything, and now I'm getting back into it. But I really want to stick more to the theme of the Hot Toys Star Wars stuff. But I'm so far behind that the stuff I want is just going for ridiculous amounts of money. But looking at Count Dooku's Hot Toy is what got me back into wanting to get into 1/6, which is ironic considering the fact that I have some 3-0. Is it 3A or 3-0? I forgot whichever one it is. I do have the Nemesis Prime, and I have the Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, and I also have the 6-pack. Is it 6? Yeah, the 6-pack of the Power Rangers. Also from them. So that's basically where I'm at with that stuff, and they're over here somewhere. Other than that, all these other brown shippers and stuff everything's already upstairs, including my Captain America shield. And I do have the Snake Eyes. I do actually have the Snake Eyes helmet upstairs. I like it. I actually saw the Lord Zed one today in the Union GameStop, and I'm not gonna lie, that thing looks dope as hell. But that's another, you know, that's something I had to keep myself from buying, because then I'm gonna want the white Power Ranger one. Then I'm gonna want this one and that one. So it looks nice, but I do want to get my hands on Stormbreaker. I just don't want to pay $150 for it. I remember when they first had it, that shit was like $120. Then the price went from that to $129, then $139. Now they want like $150 or $160 for the damn thing. And I do like it because I like the way it looks. I would prefer Mjolnir. But, you know, whatever, whichever one or both is pretty cool. I don't know where I would hang it, but still know pretty dope. But anyhow, getting back to this stuff. So today I did do a deal with Dave at Hidden Treasures. I basically, you know, took in my WWE guys. They were all basic figures, maybe 3 to 4, maybe 3 to 5. I'm thinking more like 4. Were elites. Everything else was basic figures. 10 rings, and that was it. You know, like 120 something of those guys and 10 rings. And then I also took a whole bunch of the Jurassic World stuff. Some dinosaurs seen better days than others, obviously, but you know, they took it all, and we made a deal. And this is the stuff I got. So I'm gonna get to this after I get rid of this stuff. When I dropped Isaiah off from school, I just automatically went on hunt. As soon as I was gonna go to Clifton's Target, but because where Isaiah gets dropped off at his at his school is on the service lane, well, the service road of the Garden State Parkway. And I saw it going north, like basically like when I was going toward Patterson and or going toward my thrifting location I'm normally at every day. Traffic was jammed. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go south then. So after dropping him off, I hop right on the Garden State South, and I was like, you know what, I was gonna get off at the Union exit, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get off at exit 135, because I know right off the exit, about maybe 1,000 feet or so, is the entrance and exit of the Clark Target. So I did go into the Clark Target, and you know, normally whenever I go toy hunting, and I'm normally in anywhere from 15 minutes to 25, depending on what I'm looking at and if I need help or this, that, and the third. But today, you know, because of my broken foot and stuff like that, my foot is in excruciating pain right now. So please like, sub, share, and comment, because I'm doing these videos for you guys, and I'm in a lot of pain right now. And normally you got to add another 15 to 20 minutes because of the way I got to walk and how long these places are and stuff, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think the first thing I did get today was these two guys. It came fresh out the shipper because I asked the lady and she opened them up for me. Actually, was it? No, it wasn't Clark. Yeah, it was. Was it Clark? Yeah, it was Clark. Because she was a deaf black lady. Like, she couldn't hear, and I think she was kind of like a mute. I don't know sign language, but we were communicating with each other. I'm not going to sit here and act like I do, but we kind of understood each other, because she did ask me what happened to my foot. And I guess the way I said it, and her being a lip reader, she knew that I broke my foot. Then she was trying to explain to me that she was going up a ladder, I guess, to grab something in store. I don't know when. And she fell and she busted up her knee. And I was trying to say, oh, so you must have got some good workers' comp or something. I mean, I'm surprised. I don't know what happened, but, you know, I figure if she did break and sue or whatever, I don't really see why they would have her still working there. So I don't really know, but whatever, who cares? If she spoke regular, normal English and stuff, I probably would have got more in depth in asking her why or how she's still working there, whatever. But it would be kind of like talking to a brick wall, because I don't understand sign language and whatever. So, you know, these came out the package. So I might as well, since I'm already here, I might as well talk about this first. So this is the first thing I got, and this was at the Clark location. So I was happy, because when I was walking around, I couldn't find nothing. And as I was about to leave, they had their little trolley, or whatever you want to call it, that cage, whatever, where they have stuff that they take right out the back, and they just bring it and they put it out there. Then they open boxes up and put stuff on whatever shelves it belong on. And these came right out. They were in 2 different individual boxes. So now I realized that this is how McFarlane's stuff comes. His stuff comes, I think, 6 figures per box, and it's the same figure. It's a repetitive figure. I think that's kind of idiotic. I don't understand why they don't do assortments like Marvel Legends and everybody else, but to each his own. They do know one box has 1 figure in there, the same figure, just repetitively. So it was, I think it was 6 figures per box. So I got this guy in here. I grabbed it because I do like this figure. I do remember this in the DC, the regular DC, the DC Multiverse Unlimited Classic line, whatever you want to call it. Of course, his version is just like it, but just way better. It looks more realistic, not that cartoonish, and it is nice. And also this one. So here you have the this Superman that comes with this star thing that I do remember this from the that second Suicide Squad movie. I never really liked neither one of the Suicide Squad movies. I always think DC does a bad job of making movies. I think that movie, I mean, you know, their TV shows are not bad, because I do like that Lois and, is it Lois and Clark, or Lois and Superman, or Superman and Lois, or whatever the hell it is. I don't know if he's Spanish or whatever he is, but he doesn't look regular Caucasian. And of course, you know, they're back on the farm, and you know, him and Lois, they got two teenage boys. One, I'm pretty sure they both gonna have powers, but one powers just automatically just are real dominant, and they're twins. They look nothing alike, but they're supposed to be twin boys and stuff like that. But anyhow, I like that show. But like I said, I think DC's TV series are way better than their movies. Their movies are just terrible. I do like the Batman versus Superman and the. I mean, I don't know why they keep redoing and add more stuff to the was it John Snyder's what the hell is that? The last movie, the Justice League or whatever they call it. Whatever. Anyway, and that's where this comes from. But you know, this is pretty cool though. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really collect these to collect them for myself. I'm collecting a lot of stuff now just to hold off and accumulate. So that way, in time, if I do decide to put everything and post everything up or sell everything, I will have a full, complete collection to just sell off to somebody. That's basically my plan with a lot of this box stuff. I don't think I'm going to do that with the NECA because it's already hard enough. And I got that stuff from Hector. And it's already, Nectar, that's cool. And it's already to the point where it's hard for me to find regular NECA figures that I need for myself. Like NECA Turtle stuff. So I might just hold on to that. Maybe tomorrow I'll take it into to Dave and sell it. I don't know yet. Actually, that might be a good idea because I don't need none of that. So I may go. Actually, I think I just made up my mind. I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that stuff into him. Because I don't need to hold on to that stuff. You know what I mean? So this stuff I just brought it because I actually picked up the Titan Joker and the Clayface. I mean, who knows? In the future, that you know, McFarlane might release so much of that stuff that you might see that stuff on, you know, on clearance for like less than $10 or $15. You never know, or maybe you might not because one. You know what I mean, it's not that easy to find a lot of the McFarlane. Surprisingly, a lot of his stuff because he has a decent track record. Most of his stuff I think came out in 2019-20, and if I'd have kept a lot of my other stuff, because some of that stuff it is kind of hard to find. But he does have a habit of re-releasing them in like a double pack or whatever. So, yeah, you never know with McFarlane stuff. But his stuff is pretty priced fairly. This went up. This is like an extra $5 now. So this was $25. And because I was in pain and I was tired, if I knew it was $25, I left it behind. But because I was already at the register and the girl was ringing me up, I was like, yeah, the hell with it. I'll just pay the extra $5. But he was still $19.99. I still don't understand why he's charging extra money for a Build-A-Figure when... You know, his whole thing when he was talking about his figures was, you know, his main thing was, yeah, you're getting a 7-inch figure for $20. You can't beat that. And then he started doing it with the Build-A-Figure parts, and now you're charging a little bit more money for that now. And I think that's a little, I mean, you know, it's a little funny. You know, the box is a little longer, obviously, but you know, whatever. To each his own. I just still think that shouldn't be the case, but I'm not the one that make this stuff, so whatever. And then here, I got this from Union. I did get this from Union. The guy that I'm cool with, I mean, not to the point where he gives me shit, but you know, if he has something, he'll give it if it's out in the back. He knows I'm not a scalper. Not to say he has anything against scalpers, because he never said so, and he never seemed like he did. You know, he just does his job. But we have a decent rapport, and he works the electronics section there. Real cool guy. I was looking for him. He wasn't there, so I walked around the store, looked at stuff, and then as I was getting ready to leave, I looked over at the because they have two NECA sections, and they have one end cap where they have their haulathon. And in the haulathon area, I noticed they had some other figures. They had the Puppet Masters, but they only had one. And I always said if I was going to get the Puppet Masters, I would only get it if I could find two simultaneously at the same place. That's the only way I would get it. I don't want to get one and then can't find the other one. So that was my whole thing. I said I will only get them if they had both sets. And they didn't. So they had one, but not both. So that's why I left that behind. Surprisingly, because he said, oh, so I guess he was on break. Because when I was leaving with these two in my hand, I asked him if there was other stuff in the back. He said, no, the NECA lady put everything out. And she only came with one box. She didn't come with much like she normally do. And so I'm like, oh, okay, so there's a good chance that there was probably one or two more of these and somebody else grabbed them. And I was just, because it's funny, because I didn't go to that area. I walked all the way around and went to the toys. And as I was leaving, I looked, and that's when I saw these. And I was like, oh, snap. So I think I seen her first or him. No, I seen him first. Then as I'm looking and I'm investigating the area closely, they had her too. So I grabbed both of them. So I was definitely happy with that. Not the price, but happy with them. So you have Demona. But I really don't understand or see the significance on charging people the same price for Bronx. Just because he comes with Goliath's closed wings. First of all, one thing about a lot of hypocrites and people on YouTube that kind of upsets me is people don't want to upset people and they want to keep the balance of things, you know, I say irregular because it's not, whatever. Anyway, there's no merit for Bronx being the same price as Thylaug, Goliath, or Demona. He is just a pet. And by sitting here pulling a scumbagish move, by adding a fucking pair of closed wings that should come with all of these fucking gargoyles. You know, that's one thing I hate about these. Only American company I give a lot of props to is Mythic Legions. And Mythic Legions has been out for some years now. Because Sideshow does that bullshit. And, you know, they actually survive off of selling statues and action figures from different toy companies, including Hot Toys. So that's how they keep their head above water, along with making their own line of stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But as an American company, they have a bad track record for making decent shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Without screwing you over. Like, their quality control sucks. And it's the same thing with NECA. You know, NECA figures, like, you could buy NECA stands. You know, you're paying $10 for 10 circular, clear stands or gloss black stands. You get 10 of them for $10, which is not bad. It's like $1 each. But the damn stands work for every other company that makes 6-inch or 7-inch figures than the brand company of theirs, because their figures, the quality control is so terrible on their figures. You know, they don't like, how you say, the weight is so uneven, your figures can fall and break even on a fucking NECA stand. And I just think that's terrible. I think NECA as a company, their quality control, their boxes are shit, because a lot of their they sell a lot of damaged box crap. And I like this stuff. I like the box artwork and stuff to it. And I'm always willing to support an American company, but they do a lot of grimy shit. And one of it is like the uneven equilibrium and quality control of how the weight's distributed all out through action figures. And, you know, what's the point of a person taking this stuff out and displaying it and putting it in poses when, you know, there's a good chance you can come home, depending on how warm or how cold it is, and your figure may fall, or maybe having a domino effect to make something else fall, break and shatter or crack. You know, basically your stuff is basically compromised because of the weight and how NECA stuff is held compared to Super 7 and other companies that make figures. You know what I'm saying? So that is a little and I am going to speak about this. I did get it because I collect NECA, but I only collect NECA certain lines. I do want to get the Puppet Master stuff just because it's Puppet Masters. Gargoyles are self-explanatory. In mid-90s, Gargoyles is my favorite cartoon that I loved. I liked everything about the storyline, the fact that it was from New York named characters, and it was just great. I mean, started getting to season 3, it started getting a little, not dark, but just a little, just repetitively stupid to me. And being that Demona, excuse me, did come from a later series along with Thylaug, if I'm not mistaken. I don't understand why. I mean, she should have came later, and they should have added one of the other main characters along with her and Thylaug. But whatever. And again, they all should come with, especially with the price they're charging, they all should come with closed wings. All their wings should be either interchangeable with parts and or foldable. You know, give people something, because a lot of people complaining that once you add the wings to these guys, they take up a lot of shelf space. And that don't leave you a lot of options for a gargoyle action figure that comes with fucking wings. So it's like, you know, you don't want to take the wings off them. They look stupid. So, you know, like, again, NECA, shame on you as an American company, but I'm used to American companies shitting on people. I'm just not stupid enough and naive like everybody else to sit here and kiss your backsides because they just doing it because they doing it. You know, yes, I did buy him, but I bought it because I collected, but I keep my NECA shit on in package. Because I like the artwork to this stuff and know that I have the figure. I would love to display it, but whatever. And that's the same way I feel about the NECA turtle stuff. You know what I mean? That's just the line that I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna collect it, but I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it in the cases or in the boxes. It don't make no sense taking them out because I could take them out, compromise them, they'll fall, they'll break, they'll make something else break. So that's it. So anyway, that's it with this stuff. Now moving on to this. I know I got this from Target. I just don't remember which one. I know I didn't get it from Union. There's a good chance I either got it from Watch Hong. I did get two of these. The Mandalorian, the child with Grogu. I got one to hold because, again, Hector did sell me. Well, we did do a trade on a lot of his Black Series, Marvel Legends, and, of course, his Master of the Universe figures, which I'll get to this, along with that NECA stuff up there. So, anyhow, I decided to get this because it's cool and I saw it. It is kind of pricey, so I don't know if Mikey has this or not. If he doesn't, I'll give him one. If he does, I'll take it back, get my money back. Because I have an Evil Lynn that I found the receipt. I was looking for the receipt, and I found a receipt for her, thank God. So that's a couple of, that's like $14. I can, you know, refund that. So, you know, that's the receipt for hers right here. So I'll definitely be taking that back. You know, I don't need an extra Evil Lynn. Evil Lynn! So, yeah, again, with this stuff. So, I did get these. And I think these are 30-something bucks. Hold on. Let me try to find my receipt. I got somebody trying to reach out to me right now about a bike as I'm talking to you guys. But is it me or has anybody ever sold something on Facebook the last couple of days? Because I've been doing that. And I get so many... Every listing, I'm getting people, you know, saying, hey, hi, my name is so-and-so and XYZ. This, that, and the third. So I am a little weary about that because I just find it very odd on how everybody's just contacting me via Messenger asking if I could just give them, if I could give them a call or text them. And I'm like, why you just don't reply to what you want like everybody else in Facebook Marketplace, text. So I don't reach out. I just block them and I just block the people because it's probably people trying to scam or whatever. I don't know, but whatever. So, yeah, that is the receipt. So, this was actually basically fucking 40 bucks. $36.99. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That's NECA. Now I can't read. That's NECA, not Star Wars. So, I guess that... Where did I get that one from? Yeah, that's right. That was from Union. Duh. And it's funny because 2 years ago, these gargoyles would have been like $29.99. So which one is this one? This is GameStop. Why is this receipt so damn long? Just for 2 figures. Maybe this is it. I'm sorry. Just give me a second here. I'm trying to... Batman DC. Yep, Star Wars. 30. I know it. Yeah, $36.99 for the Star Wars figures. So... Okay, so Clock... I got the 2 DC figures and the 2 Star Wars figures I got from the Clock location. See, what I'm doing is I'm keeping my receipts. I'm taking them upstairs because since I'm a flea market vendor, I think starting next year, I'm going to start filing taxes on this stuff. Somebody told me how to do it and said that it could be done legitimately. I don't fucking play with Uncle Sam, so. So both of these cost me $73.98. So if my son Mikey need one of them, it's his. If he doesn't, that's basically almost $40 going right back in my pocket. So with this and the Evil Lynn, that's already like almost 60 bucks. So I'll see if he needs one. If he doesn't, like I just repeatedly keep saying, God damn, I'm in so much pain that I can't even fucking speak. It ain't like I could speak before. But anyway, 2 of these. So one is gonna go on my Black Series collection to hold, thanks to Hector. But you know, I'm kind of glad too. Now these, actually this girl, where did I get her from? I just had the receipt. Oh yeah, so she came from Clark too. So I got, okay, so I got all of them. So I got 5 pieces from Clark. Because everything came to $143.14. So I got the 2 Star Wars Mandalorians, Mandos basically. The 2 DC guys, and of course the Superman one was $24.99 like I said. And this Master Universe, it was actually $16.99. When they first came out, they were like 12 or 14 bucks or something like that. Now they're almost $20. It's like $17, and she, I don't, well, yeah, she discounted it to $15.29 for some reason. So yeah, that also came from Clark. And so what the hell? Oh yeah, that's right. So these 2 gargoyles came from Union. These 5 came from Clark. I didn't get anything at Watch Home. And then these 2 came from the Union GameStop. I got all this stuff. I got a whole bunch of Marvel Legends from Hector. And since I got a whole bunch of Marvel Legends from Hector, I think I needed 1 or 2, maybe even 3 characters to complete the Watcher wave. But I think she's from that wave, but she doesn't come in a piece. I do hate when Marvel does that, and I hope McFarlane don't start doing this stupid nonsense. Like they put a figure in the same freaking wave, but they don't give you a Build-A-Figure piece, which I think is like, it makes no fucking sense. Wait a minute. Number 6, what it? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so okay, I was wrong. So she comes with the cape. It's the zombie Captain America that doesn't. So you don't really need the Captain America zombie, but it's good to have him. So there is a toy show in Woodbridge this week. So if I do come across, I am going to be looking for the Captain America zombie and some other stuff, because there are some waves, some Build-A-Figure waves that I'm going to start holding on to and trying to keep so I can make money off of them. You know, and then this one was, so she was actually $21.99 in GameStop on clearance, which is retarded, because when GameStop first started carrying toys, their toys were about between $4 and $2 cheaper than Target, Walmart, Kmart, and Toys R Us. Now they're just around the same price, to even a couple dollars more than what now Target and Walmart charges for toys. So to pay $21 for her is kind of excessive, but I need her anyway. And this guy was only $12.99 for the Abomination Leader, which is ironic because I think I just gave this to Dave yesterday. Well, traded him this yesterday. But being that it was under 15 bucks, I took it anyway. But I had so much stuff yesterday, I gave him everything at $10 each, and everything else was a little bit more than that. But being that there was so many dominant figures that were only worth $10 to $15, because I knew which ones they were, that's why I took them yesterday. I just did $10 across the board, and then all the other stuff was worth a little bit more, so we did trade on other stuff. So basically, that's where I'm at with this. I mean, you know, there's sanity to my madness when I do stuff like this. Even the fact that, you know, today I sold over, I mean, I traded over 80 Jurassic World figures and over 123 WWE wrestlers with 10 rings. And it's basically what you see on this table. But I don't care. Everything paid for itself, and nobody else wanted the stuff. It's harder to move, and if I'm gonna deal with loose toys, I'm gonna deal more mainstream. So if I go to flea markets and start selling this shit, I'll be able to start making my money back for the G.I. Joe stuff that I kicked out from Eddie, and then this stuff. But like I said, I don't want to keep being repetitive, but all this stuff is paid for already. Everything's already paid for. Pay for everything else threefold, because I done brought this stuff with other stuff and sold that stuff, traded, did this and that. So everything is recycled. All the money is recycled at least full circle, I would say 4.5 to almost 5 times, maybe even 6. So basically, I could take all this shit and post it online for free. I'll be pissed off that I did it, but it don't cost me. None of this stuff cost me anything, because everything recycled itself into other stuff. If that makes sense. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you, because it doesn't make sense to me neither. But anyway, I mean, I understand what I mean. So we did a deal today, and I still owe some money on some of this stuff, because, you know, it is a store just like Eddie. These got like Eddie goes to toy shows. He now sells on Whatnot, and he's also eBayer. So he's a full-time reseller. And, you know, being that, you know, Hidden Treasures, you know, these guys are a store. So, you know, stores got to make money too. And, you know, it's not like I'm dealing with another flea market vendor or, you know, whatever. You know, these are high-end places where they got overheads. And, of course, you know, you got to leave meat on the bone for them to make money, because they have an overhead. And at the same time, you know, it's the same thing when they're selling. You know, they can't lose money on it, regardless of what. They could have paid $2 for this stuff each. They have to make money. I understand that. And even as a reseller, when I'm selling stuff or trading stuff to them, I understand that, you know, they got to feel like they, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's got to be worth it for them. I mean, I'm not going to just give nothing away, but I get it. I get it. I understand. I've been doing this for way before eBay and anything. So I understand how it is, you know. They have to be, whoever you're dealing with, got to be comfortable with what's going on. And again, you don't want to be robbed and you want to be comfortable too. But being that I paid almost nothing for this stuff, you know, sometimes it's better to lose a couple dollars on this one and gain or get even with that. It doesn't matter. The whole point of the matter is I don't have to sit on this shit and I'm getting rid of it. So I'm going to be getting out of just buying everything. Like a lot of decent toys. I know that's decent shit. I'm not buying it no more. I'm only going to be looking, you know, picking up bags of this and that stuff that I know is money. Unless there's some other stuff in the bags that I'm like, oh, okay, that's a good bag. Even if it's got crap in it, I'll just, yeah, whatever. I'll just hold on to that stuff and do whatever I'm going to do with it. But anyway, I did pick up some cops and crooks stuff. The only cops and crook figures that they had that I needed was I needed him anyway, which is Kingpin and Turbo, what's the name? Turbo Tudor or something like that. He comes with the Roadster. Unfortunately, this Roadster, I dropped it. I was gonna buy it anyway. I dropped it and the wheel flew under somewhere. Couldn't find it. And anyway, you break it, you buy it. I mean, I was gonna buy it anyway, but now it's missing. It is broken. I mean, look, but it's my own fault, so it is what it is. Anger cry was spilt milk. I was gonna buy it anyway, but now, rather I was gonna buy it anyway. Now I'm forced to buy it because you know I dropped it. I mean, it's not like they say, "Oh, well, hey, you gotta buy it because it broke." You know, they didn't give a shit. He's like, "Oh, don't worry about it," you know. And I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna buy it anyway." You know, at the end of the day, I broke it, and you know, it is what it is. Nobody forced me into nothing, and it was my fault. So it is what it is. But he does come with the, he is the driver for this vehicle. So I'll probably just try to find a wheel for it and just glue it on there. You know, it is what it is. Or maybe just find a Roadster part and maybe you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Important thing is I got the ATAC. The ATAC vehicle, which is basically the paddy wagon that they put the bad guys in. You know, it is hard to find cops and crooks vehicles. It's more easier to find the figures in the vehicles, and it's even harder to find weapons. Weapons and vehicles are hard pieces to find of cops and crooks because not everybody brought the vehicles. You know, it's bad enough a lot of people didn't buy the figures. It was a cool cartoon. Everything about the cartoon was pretty cool. But you know, you gotta remember something. This stuff was out when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was coming out. G.I. Joe and Transformers were real popular, gaining more popularity in the 90s. I mean, in the late 80s. Then you had Bionic 6 in 89, and you had Silverhawks. You had so many toy lines that were just dominating. And, you know, Cops and Crooks, it was cool. But then you had Imaginaries. You had Insector. I mean, you had Sectors. You had so much stuff. It was ridiculous. But anyway, enough of that nostalgia. So the ATAC, I got a deal on it. I didn't pay $75, but you know, still pretty dope. This is complete. Unfortunately, you guys just heard me rambling about this, but that was my own fault. So it is what it is. I ain't gonna cry with spilt milk. I'll still display it. I don't give a flying crap. And again, got him. They were separated. They priced it separately, which is not bad because I mean, it's like $90 or more. Probably well over 100 if this wasn't broken. So I didn't pay this. I probably paid somewhere around 50 for both anyway. And then Kingpin was 25, and I probably got him for 15. The way they broke everything down for me. Yeah, see, yeah, my nephew's a fucking nincompoop. See, yeah, coppers. I like how they gave him that hand. They copied that from Inspector Gadget. I'll get you, Gadget. What's his name? Claw, right? I'll get you, Gadget. It's funny how Inspector Gadget was so dingbatish, and he kind of reminded me of Mr. Magoo, like absent-minded and an imbecile, because it was always Penny and what was the dog's name? Chief Quimby. But a lot of people thought Chief Quimby and Claw was the same person, or I forgot. But anyway, who gives a shit? This is pretty dope. So I got him. They did have Bulletproof, but Bulletproof was missing two things. One, he was missing his trench coat. And two, his crotch was broken. So I left him behind. Especially considering that they had that price at $70. $70 is excessive for Bulletproof without his trench coat, his hat, and of course he had a busted crotch too. That was crazy. I wouldn't even took that for $30, let alone $70. That was just ridiculous. So I left that behind. So anyway, let me move this to the side. So yeah, so where am I gonna put it? I got stuff everywhere. And yeah, so you got the Attack paddy wagon. And I was asking them, hey, you got any Cops and Crooks stuff? No. And I walked around. Yesterday I didn't walk around the whole store. Today I was in more pain and did more work, but I walked around and I found more stuff, and bam, Cops and Crooks stuff. So yeah, you got Kingpin. And then again, you have the Roadster with Turbo Tutor. That stuff's got to go upstairs to be displayed. Now, moving on, we got some, I'm about to say Mega Cons, some Mini Con figures here. I keep forgetting that they actually had the Mini Masters, or whatever the hell they call them, from the original G1 line. I only knew that because the Transformer stuff I got from Hector almost 3 or more weeks ago. There was like 4 figures that completed, like, I forgot which wave, like which robot wave or something. It's like 4. It was like, I think 2 vehicles and 2 aerial bots or something like that. And then I actually have it on upstairs. I can't remember the forum that you use to identify. It's basically like a computer version of a strategy guide. And actually, Eddie lent me the Transformer book, so I'm gonna look at that book. But these guys here, I'm hoping that all of these are G1. If they're like from the Armada or whatever, I'll just take it back. And I actually have him. I got him from Hector. But this one is in really good condition because the one I got, you could tell was like in a flood and it's really badly damaged. But I only kept it because, but now I can add this to my repertoire because I need G1 Cup. I didn't pay $40 for him. They actually had these priced at $10 a pop, which is relatively what they should go for. I mean, you know, some people may charge $20. Just because they're small don't mean they're not worth anything. So I'm hoping that these are all G1. I don't know. I'm still trying to learn Transformers like that. I think he is, if I'm not mistaken. It does look vaguely familiar. And I was like basically going on the fact that all these were there. So I'm like, man, I really, really hope that all these are G1 Minicons. If they are, yay for me. If not, I'll just take some of it back. Because there are 3 figures I have upstairs I need to take back. I know they're not going to have no problem taking it back from me. So that's all good. So I got these Transformers. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 15 guys here. Then you have Cup. So that's G1 related, hopefully. I don't think he's G1. I don't think he is, especially considering, you know, looking at that emblem. This is why it's so hard to tell these from these. But I know what this one is anyway, so I'll leave it back down here. These couple of accessories was in here with this stuff, so this is turtle related stuff now. And the reason why I wanted this stuff, I saw the stuff yesterday and I was like, wow. You know, like whenever I see stuff and I'm like, oh, my eyes are always bigger than my stomach. But at the end of the day, I have a lot of G1 turtle stuff. And yeah, so I had to get this stuff. This is probably missing some items. I'm pretty confident I don't have extras of it, but it's all good. That's definitely missing, like the netting that goes on the side. But I think other than that, it's complete. Other than that, this thing may be complete. This is complete. I believe the sewer is missing a couple of things. I gotta look and see what it's missing. I may actually have it to complete this. Because I basically, thanks to Hector, I completed my party wagon and I completed the blimp. And being that this was mainly complete, because they had 2 of them. And I think this one had more parts than the other one. So, of course, I took this one. and they gave me a good price on the Sewer playset, and of course Krang. Krang's missing his arms, but I have him anyway, and I basically bought him for the Android, so that was pretty dope. It is missing the cover that protects Krang from being attacked. It's like a force field, and I do have some Krangs, so this would just be a part. I do have some Krangs that have his arms. Tonight, I dine on turtle soup. He used to basically say the same thing Shredder says, because Shredder used to always say that. Tonight, I dine on turtle soup. And, you know, that's Krang. And that's the Android. The Android is worth a couple of bucks. So, I basically added this stuff to my G1 my G1 turtle repertoire. I'm trying to complete a lot of stuff. Like, I got this from Hector Saturday at the flea market. These are the vintage Avatar figures. A lot of stuff, like a lot of play sets and stuff like that. I already have other figures I got from him over 3 weeks ago, which is ironic because he said he got this out of a storage unit that he went half on with somebody else. And it's just ironic how he had all this stuff before, and now he gets a room that has more Avatar stuff. But it does happen. You know, it is a strange coincidence, but it does happen. I'm a witness to that. So yeah, this is basically everything. So again, you got this. I think this is Don's bumper car or something like that. Don's for Donatello. It is complete. Pretty cool. Then you have this thing here. So I guess it moves and it has like this plunger effect, as you can see, and it says toilet taxi. Toilet taxi. That's crazy. This probably is missing some stuff. So whatever. Then you have the buggy. Oh, this just fell. I don't even know if this goes to this or not. Hopefully it does. But what is this thing called? This is... surf buggy. Well, it does have some surfboards, so I guess that would make sense why they call it the surf buggy. Then this guy, only thing is missing is like the little netting that goes on the side here. They did have a helicopter, but the helicopter is missing stuff. I may go back and pick that up tomorrow anyway, because I do want to get as much turtle stuff as possible, so I will have a whole collection. Because obviously, the more turtle stuff you have, you know, especially vintage toy lines, the more of it you have, the better your chance of getting rid of a nice size collection and lot. Because you get a lot of collectors that want more stuff or want it because they want to collect. And some people don't mind spending the money to have a full collection. Then you get some people that want stuff to collect for themselves and sell off everything else, and or upgrade or complete. And or you got resellers that don't mind paying you decent money for this because they can make money off of it, you know. So that's basically that. So basically you have close to, I would say, even like this with missing parts, I have about maybe $700 just in the turtle stuff. This sells on eBay around or anywhere from $50 to about $150 for this alone. Sold. Trust me, I don't buy or trade nothing out of desperation or me being an idiot. I know what the fuck I do when I do what I do. You think at my age, a guy who been going through a lot of stuff back and forth, trust me, I know my shit. Just because I probably lost money or maybe gained a couple dollars or got even on the Jurassic World and the WWE figures. Remember, the WWE basics. And, you know, not everybody want all that stuff. People that really collect this stuff already has that shit. So there is a huge, you know, like there is a huge following for that stuff. But at the end of the day, people want more of that AE whatever stuff than that stuff. And then this guy, he goes for a lot more than 20. They had 20 on it. I don't know why, but I wasn't going to argue with it. But he's around 40 to maybe 80 bucks. And like I said, if this is complete or semi-complete, it goes for just about that. Maybe even a couple dollars more. Who knows? This thing is roughly around $30 to $45. It is complete. Or actually, I don't know if this is complete. So I got to look that up too. So if it's complete, it's about 30 to 60. This is about the same, between 40 and 75, depending on, but this is complete. It has everything. The play set is worth about anywhere from $100 to $290 loose. And if I have parts to help complete this, it's about $250 and more, because this has mass majority of everything already. Krang, even with that little piece missing, he's worth about $150 all day. So again, you got $250 here, $150. That's already four. And I would say, I'm gonna be safe and say 50. So that's, wait, 250 and yeah, 450, 450. Another, I would say 50 for these two. So that's already 500, 550. That's 550. So I was a little off. I would say about 550, about $550 right there. Without his, he's worth about $45 to $70 with his gun. Without his gun, he's only worth $20 to $40, depending on condition. He's actually got all stickers, no missing or chipped paint. And because of that, I don't think I have his gun, but because of that, he's worth about, I would say about $35, because he's in great condition without his weapon. With his weapon in this condition, he's around 40 to 75. So I'll say $35 without his gun, because he only comes with a gun. And again, he has great stickers, great everything. I mean, look, let me take this off, because this is going upstairs anyway. And look at that. And that's why I say I could say 45 or 50, but I'm gonna be, I don't like drip. I like underestimating than overestimating, because even if I come off even, I'm still doing good, or come off to where I think I am, I'm still doing good. But being that it's going to my collection, it doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, 35 on him. Then these guys at $10 each, they worth about 15 to 25. Just because they're small don't mean they're not worth anything. You know what I mean? So you figure 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So you got $150 right here. I didn't pay $150 for them, but that just gives you the equivalence of what they are. So all that together. So you figure 550, 35, that's 585, 595. So you got about 600. Yeah, it's just about a little over about 600 or something like that, considering the discount I got. So yeah, it's about right. So it's basically like I got this stuff for the stuff I brought in. Some people may say, damn, but you gave 85. Yeah, they're Jurassic World figures. I mean, dinosaurs. And the WWE wrestlers. Again, they are basics, not elites. And, most stores sell anywhere from $7 to $10, unless they real big names like Hulk Hogan and now the late Razor Ramon, stuff like that, unless they're elites. And even at elites, they got to be big name guys. Other than that, they're just a basic, maybe $8 to $12 figure. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And plus, everything that I just showed you go for way more than the stuff I took in. So anyway, I'm just breaking it down on how I do stuff. At the end of the day, you got to make sure you do well, but at the same time, you want the house to feel like they won. But at the end of the day, you secretly did, But everything depends on the deal you do. And even if you're happy with the deal, as long as you get what you want, you're happy with the deal. It doesn't matter who gained what or who's selling what for what and how, whatever. The whole point of the matter is, as long as both sides are happy and everybody can part ways, shaking hands and being comfortable with a deal, that's what matters. Because again, the house has to make money. And at the end of the day, you don't want to lose money. But at the same time, if you're gaining, you're gaining. So it is what it is, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, sub, share, and comment. Peace.